last 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing. Testing complete. 3, 2, 1. Salutations, gamers. I am the OgichiGame, and welcome back to Kerbal's Space Program. Now, I have absolutely no real idea what I want to do, but I'm gonna do something, and that something is going to be something, alright? I just need to figure it out. Let's see here. Oh, I got an idea. I'm gonna try to speed this up. 1 second. I got an idea. Perfect. Now my idea for building space-themed and astronaut-themed hotels is going to take off brilliantly. These things will be 5 stars across the board. Anyway, so basically what I built here is this, what I call hotel pod, and this is the base one. And then, here, I'll launch it just so you can see what it looks like. Basically, so we have these pods, these pod things that I constructed. And the whole idea of the pod is a Kerbal is going to climb up inside, drop down, and get into the little... Ooh, crap. That might become a problem. I'm wondering, is there a crew? Actually, there's no crew. That part right there might actually become a problem. Extend radiator. Ooh. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, that's fine. I can fix that. I can fix it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. All right, we're gonna revert flight and fix that little mishap there. I'm sure it's fine. Ooh, dear. All right, so all I gotta do is basically take this off, and like that, and bam, done. Easy peasy, and a lemon squeezy. Yeah, so this thing is supposed to somehow create heat. I'm not 100% sure how. I don't utterly care. So, good enough for me. So, we're going to save it like that, and then we're going to also load up the regular one and do the exact same thing. Which is, we're going to take this, put it here, and save that. Now then, the next big step is to find a way to launch this into orbit somehow. And the only thing I can think to do that would somehow manage to do that, that would somehow allow us to do that, is to connect this thing up via some kind of massive rocket, which is going to be really fun. Okay, there's that. So now we can move that up. Perfect. Now, first of all, we could probably just use the regular hotel pod if we're going for space. But before we go into all that, I think it would be a good idea I would like to load a craft. Don't save. Don't save any of what I just did there. Pod base. Here we are. We're going to take this and we're going to hack the gravity, actually. If I can. Hack gravity... First, let's just put on this stuff just to make things easier on ourselves. Actually, no. No. We're going to leave these two off just to mess around with it. So, let's do that. Ah, crap. Dagnabbit, stupid Kerbal. No, I don't want a screenshot. Whatever, fine. We're going to try to see if we can't launch this thing and land it over somewhere. So, we're going to have to... Ooh, we're not going to need that many. Goodness me. We're going to need maybe two. Two of these things. Why so many? Why so many? Why does it want to give me so many? 1... 2... Okay. I don't even know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't think I care anymore, so... Let's see here. Let's just build something very simple. Not simple. Build something very simple to try to get this thing to be able to land. Just... Is this... Detachment? I don't think I need that. Ah, here we are. Let's try this. And actually put it right about there. We're gonna need to attach some fuel to that, obviously. And try to launch this thing. Could you not? Why is it doing this? Oh, okay, there we go. Don't understand how half of this works sometimes, but it worked. So, there we are. Perfect. Okay, so this should be plenty of enough fuel, I'm hoping, anyway. We're going to need some kind of a decoupler on the bottom there and try to attach something along the lines of, to help that as well. Actually, wait, a better idea, if we're going to try to eventually get this thing into orbit, where are those weird little doodad thingamajiggers? Ah, yeah, these things. Right mouse button. There we go, cancel. These things, yeah. Ooh, perfect. See, this is what we need. Yeah, there we go. Now that is beautiful right there. This is pod base spacebound. Yeah. So you have this whole contraption going on. Wonderful. Now then, we're going to have to attach several large boosters to the bottom of that. Which will then have... This thing will decouple, correct? Hold on, let me check that just to make sure. Just want to make sure. Protective shield. Let's just save that, launch it, just test it out, see how it works. Today we're mostly just kind of focusing on actually building something instead of some of the crazy stuff I've been doing. I'll try to get to crazy, but it takes time for me to figure out crazy things to do. Now then. So are we actually detached? Or is this still detached? That is a good question. Revert flight, revert to vehicle assembly. I don't know that doing that detaches everything. Because if it doesn't, we have a problem. So let's put on a thruster just to make sure. So that is not big enough. Put on this one. basically just want to see if it detaches at all. If not, then we have a problem and we need to fix it. Okay, so basically all that has done is open it up. Ooh, that's a lot of boom. I just wanted to make that. I just wanted to explode that. Revert to vehicle assembly. Good. It's a good thing that we know that. Now then, I'm going to take that off then. And also, this helps us out because this then will stay there, which will give us room to put on new things. Yeah. Now then, so, we're going to need a decoupler, of course. Let's try to get this thing, I don't know, into orbit at something. Nope. There we go. Let's not use that, though. Let's see. We need something big. We need something real big. There we go. That's getting us to orbit. Okay, welcome back. Goodness me. Alright, I think I finally figured this thing out. This is an absolute nightmare to look at. Now, I'm going to actually try to do this without max any of this. Well, actually, maybe max electricity. Just because, well, actually, no, I don't think I even need that. Now, I'm going to try to do this without anything. Just try to get it up there. See how this all goes. Don't think it's going to go well. But anyway, hopefully our thrusters will have enough thrust. Ooh, hold on. There we go. There we are. Now then, we need to turn over slightly. Actually, no, we don't need to turn over slightly because that is going to be too much on our engine. Yeah, these things are going to break if we try to turn over, so we need to try. Yeah, it's thrusting itself directly into the rocket, which is good in its own way because that means it's centering our thrust. It's centering us directly where our thrust should be. I don't know if I have enough fuel to actually get up into orbit. Hopefully, I have some kind of fuel. Now then, let's see here. So, we're getting slowly, further and further along into the direction we need to go. And I'm hoping that we can get these at least one pod into a low Kerbal orbit with no cheats on at all. I'd like to try that. I'd like to see if we can't do that. If not, then I don't know. There we go. So now we're approaching, I think about 1 kilometer maybe, or maybe that's 10 kilometers. I think it's 10 kilometers, yeah. I think that's 10 kilometers there. We're going to turn over a little bit, right about there, and lower our thrust down because we are going we have too much acceleration, so we're going to bring that back a little bit to conserve as much fuel as we can. This thing is lagging my game a little bit now, but that's okay. Let's check the map, see how we're doing. I don't know how the Space Hotel is going to go. This whole idea, kind of a little insane. That's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind if it's a little insane. As long as it's not a lot insane, because that sounds about like how most of my plans go. Let's see here. Okay, good. We're slowing our acceleration, which we want to do. Well, not necessarily, it's just it helps us to conserve fuel to get higher and higher before we actually need to use too much fuel. This needs to go at least to 70,000 meters, 70,000 meters before we can even think about turning over a lot. Now, it's occurring to me that we're actually probably going to run out of fuel this way. If I actually want to get up into orbit, it's probably going to take a significant amount more fuel. Okay. We're slowing that down a bit. Okay, speed it back up a little because we are losing our acceleration. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we have acceleration, just we don't want our acceleration to be too great. So let's see if we can't extend out this a bit. Okay, good, good, good. So we want to, right about here, add a maneuver, which then we will extend this out. And right about... Oh my. That's not going to be good. We can't do something like that. I say we just turn ourselves over a little bit. Oops. Oh, dear me. Hopefully that didn't mess everything up. Okay, yeah. We're going to turn ourselves over about this much. Right about there. And try to hold ourselves in a position where we can extend this further out. In fact, now that we're about... How far up? Yeah. We are now currently high enough that we can turn this completely right about here-ish. And by doing this, we're going to extend out quite a ways, just like this, and try to bring this into a stable orbit. I think we're actually going to end up running out of fuel, though. Now I'm going to bring this back quite a bit. Actually, this wouldn't be too bad. There's only one adjustment that I would make to make this work a bit better, is this whole system works pretty well. There needs to be something connected to the actual pod to help the pod get into orbit by itself without this massive thruster pushing it along. Okay, so we're going to keep it about there. Now, if we go full throttle here, it's probably not going to work too well. It's going to waste up all our fuel. Yeah. Now we need to keep it right about there-ish. Right about there-ish. Oop, okay. Okay. Let's see. Can we not? We can't warp. Okay. I'm gonna go into orbit. It's gonna take a while for us to get into orbit, but once we get into orbit, I'm gonna show you what it's like. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, welcome back. Looks like I finally got this dang thing up in orbit. Took me forever. And I'm not gonna lie, had to use a cheat just at the end. This thing ran out of fuel very close to the end. I was just about at orbit. I was somewhere around 2,000 something meters a second, and I only needed a little bit further before getting to orbit. However, as I was just about to reach orbit, it ran out of fuel, so I had to use infinite fuel. However, again, it is very possible, I think, to get this thing into orbit without having to use not even having to use any cheats at all. And the way to do that is to have that pod, the thrusters, and of course, at the bottom here, it would have another fuel pod with a much lighter type of a thruster, something like that. I could probably on the side of here, I could put a couple fuel pods and then a very limited type thruster that would only work real well in space. Not something that's going to get me off Kerbal, but definitely something that would work well in space. And I believe that, yeah, this is pretty cool. I am in a pretty stable orbit right now, around 131 kilometers, I believe that is, 131 kilometers, and 110 kilometers. I tried to adjust it to be more even, but I didn't seem to be able to do that. If I had, again, the pods and everything like that, would have been much easier, but unfortunately, not the case. So, anyway, yeah, this is great. If you like this video, hit like on it. I'll see all of you in the next one. Oh, and also, if you have any suggestions on new stuff that I could try to build here in Kerbal Space Program, maybe launch into orbit, try to go to the moon maybe, another planet or something, just something that I could build, maybe send somewhere else, you know, any of that stuff, leave a comment, let me know. It would really help me out, because me having to make up a bunch of ideas every week, I mean, it may only be once a week I have to come up with the idea, but you'd be surprised how hard that can be sometimes. So, you want to help out, leave a comment on something I could do. Otherwise, like the video, again, hit like on it, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Bye-bye! Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked that video, make sure to hit like on it and share it with your friends. Otherwise, hit subscribe for more awesomeness from the channel.